I'm sure at some point in your life, if you've played video games for more than like 10 minutes, you've encountered a hacker, especially if you more play in like the online realm of things. But quite honestly, I've been playing video games for like 15, 16 years now, and it's nothing new that people like to try to break games in order to give themselves an unfair advantage or godlike powers, because for some reason that's just like the most fun thing on the planet to do. However, although I used to do that kind of stuff in like the stupid 2006 Kyle Katarn games, because you're literally just fighting NPC bots, it's different when it comes to the online like multiplayer world, because then it's an actual moral dilemma where you're ruining other people's experiences and you're just being a piece of trash, if I'm being pretty honest. So I wanted to take a look at a video that came out about 24 hours ago when I'm recording this, because I haven't really seen many people in the community other than Zeus take a look at it, and he retweeted it and called out the guy and all that. But the problem is this guy keeps changing his account name. So I'm going to show you what it is that he's doing. I'm going to talk about how he's doing it, because the original tweet doesn't, really go into any details on it. But before we do that, I just want to address something that I see literally all the time, and what that is console players saying that they never want crossplay with PC because there's so many hackers and yada yada yada. I don't know where this idea comes from, where console players think that like every single Apex Legends lobby on PC has like 25 hackers on it. I've encountered 3 hackers in about 7,000 games, I'd say. Maybe like 1 or 2, give or take. This definitely is not like a rampant issue. However, when you move into ranked lobbies, since I primarily play pubs, since I play the game to enjoy it, not really to grind my butt off, you will notice that there are more hackers, definitely more in like Diamond and Masters and Predator, which is more out of my realm. I don't really like playing to that level of competitiveness, but for the people who do, it's a pretty miserable experience. Now we're gonna take a look at this troglodyte over here who's been using some pretty crafty tricks, some pretty big brain knowledge to freeze servers. At least that's what the original tweet from Apex Legends News says. We're actually going to go a little more into detail and talk about what it actually is. That'd be crazy if he's just like, the world, and he freezes the whole lobby and then just walks around, but that's not what it is. It's a little more complicated than that. And actually, if you've played any amount of Rainbow Six Siege, you've probably encountered this before, actually. Probably not you being the one who's actually acting out killing these people, but you've probably been on the other end of it. This looks to me like a DDoS attack on the server, and since they added matchmaking reconnect features back at the beginning of this season, I'm assuming that what he's doing is crashing the server or crashing individual people. I think that would be a little bit more difficult, but I mean, depending on the server that he's running and the kind of computer he has, he definitely might be able to. However, you'll see in this video that I'm playing, and I'm sorry for the quality, this is the quality that I took off Twitter. This is like some 144p garbage. It looks like they used like a 2004 Android touchscreen to film a 4K film and then like stretched it out on like a billboard. That's the kind of quality that we're looking at here. But while it does block out his name, which I'm sure was his intention, it doesn't really matter because this guy changes account names every few days, so it's hard to pinpoint him. And the original person on Reddit who uploaded this, Halo_shot, talks about that and talks about how he's continually changing his name. I'm not even sure how they got this footage, honestly, because this looks like it's ripped directly from him, unless, he's like posting these videos somewhere and like flexing that he can do this, which is probably one of the stupidest things he could have done. However, it doesn't really seem to matter because he hasn't gotten taken down, he hasn't gotten suspended, he hasn't been banned. Now, for someone of this stature, someone who's like this much of a piece of trash, I think they should permanently ban his IP from EA. I don't think he should be able to play any other Origin games for the rest of his life until he moves or buys a new router or whatever else. But to go into a little bit of detail, it seems to me like what he's doing is sending packets to either the server or to people's individual routers who are in the game, crashing everybody's game, and then because he has really good Wi-Fi or a really beefy rig, he can then load back into the game faster than them and get an easy squad wipe on them. So for everybody else, this would just look like their game disconnecting. They'd get pushed back out into the menu screen, and then when they load back in the game, they'd be dead. I'm not entirely sure what the point of him doing this is. Maybe he just wants to like show that he can do it, like prove to himself that he can do it. However, he seems to be moving through the ranks pretty fast, which is not surprising. In one video, he's in Platinum, and then Diamond, and then he's in Masters. So he's clearly doing this quite a bit. So the Neanderthals running easy anti-cheat clearly are not catching this guy, which doesn't really surprise me because they probably couldn't tell you the difference between a no-clip and a wall hack, the way that these hackers operate in Apex, with seeming complete impunity. The thing that I really think that they should do is, like, with other games that are similar to this, like PUBG and Rainbow Six Siege, if you report somebody, as soon as they get banned, you'll actually be sent an email by the respective company saying that they've banned the person and like thanking you for it. Because while I haven't encountered many hackers, the ones that I have, I've certainly reported. I've reported every hacker that I've found for everything possible, with just like the tiniest bit of hope that somebody at Apex would see it and ban this person. Because the lower end hackers in this game, like the people who are badge boosting, are literally using like bottom of the barrel, like scummy tactics. Like they literally just have like a wall tracer turned on, and they're just like tracking people through walls, and they come out of the wall, boom, headshot, you're dead. It's one of the most basic hacks that anybody could use, and for some reason, a majority of the time it feels like it goes unpunished. However, this guy seems to be a little bit smarter. This person, as I've already mentioned, Halo_shot, has pieced together all these videos, I guess, from his YouTube channel, if he had one, or from his Twitch or whatever, showing that he not only switches account names, but he actually sometimes plays on controller as well. And you can see that because the D-pad does show up in one of the clips. It also shows like why to use a shield cell or whatever. So this guy clearly knows what he's doing. Regardless of that, I hope that me making this video will garner some amount of attention towards this guy. I hope that he does, as I already mentioned, get perma-banned from EA servers. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about DDoSing and how it's actually a federal crime, I'll link a really good video to Some Ordinary Gamers where he talks about this exact same problem in Rainbow Six Siege from last year. Seeing these clips coming up on Reddit and Twitter actually really reminded me of that video from, I think it was from almost a year ago now, but that's what really inspired me to make this video, and like in the hopes that some justice will be served. It's not a great message that these people can just upload videos of themselves doing this kind of stuff and get away with it. So I hope as a community we can come together and find this guy, or at least make enough of a big stink about it that Respawn has some kind of like investigation, because this guy's done this for like a lot of matches. Like there's a lot of footage. This is just one. I might show a second set of clips, but there's a lot of this stuff. However, that's going to be it for me. If anything does happen with this guy eventually and I find out about it, I will definitely make another video with an update on him. But that's going to be it for me for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button on your way out, and please consider subscribing, as I do post every single day. I want to move a little bit more towards this kind of content where it's a little bit more commentary and a little bit less stretched out news, because I hate stretching out content, but I do love talking, so commentary I feel like is the perfect genre for me. However, that's it for me for today, so I'll be back again tomorrow, guys, but until then, take it easy.